Alright guys, these are some examples of how we use the diagonal rule, or how we write down the electron configurations for different elements. As I look on the diagonal rule, I'm just going to follow it, and you have it in your notes. It's too large for me to leave it up on here, so I'm going to put it to the side, but you can follow it as you go. I'm going to go ahead and write down the levels in which the electrons fill in order. My first level is going to be, I'll go way over here. My first level is going to be the 1s. Ooh, you can't see that. Hold on. It's going to be the 1s. The second level will be following the diagonal rule. The second would be the 2s. Then the 2p. Then the 3s. Then the 3p. Follow along with me as you're going. Then the 4s, 3d, 4p, and that looks like it's enough for the screen that I'm on here. Okay, and then remember, whenever we looked at this, okay, once again, the 1 is the principal quantum number, the s is the sublevel, and then after the sublevels were the orbitals, and the s had one orbital. So all my s's, go down to my s's, they all have one. Remember that? My p's, do you remember how many they had? Yeah, they had 3. I have a P right here. And then the D's, I only have one D on here, but it continues to go on, but we're only going to go down to 4P. So on my 3D, I'll have 5. Okay, these are my sublevels. All right, what we're going to do is we're going to start putting in these electrons, but we have to have an element. So, of course, we'll start with the simplest one, like we did yesterday. I'm going to just put this paper right here. Alright, hopefully you can see it. We're going to just start with hydrogen. Okay, hydrogen is number 1, so it has 1 proton and therefore 1 electron. Alright. So we have to place this 1 electron. What we do is we come to the very first level, which is the 1s, and we're going to place an arrow going up. That means there is 1 electron, and that's all we need. So what we're going to do is we're going to place the number 1 for the energy level, the s for the sublevel, and there's only 1 electron there. So our electron configuration for hydrogen is 1s1. Alright, let's go with the next one, helium. We did that yesterday also, but I didn't show you in this way how to do it. It has 2 electrons, because on the periodic table it has 2 protons, therefore 2 electrons. So we'll just go on with this. I'm going to place 2 electrons on the very first one. So the first one goes up, the second one comes down. And there I've got my arrows for helium. And so my electron configuration is 1s, and there are 2 electrons. So it's 1s2. Now lithium we also did yesterday, and I showed it to you. And let me show you exactly what we really did. There are 3 protons in lithium, therefore there are 3 electrons. So I need to place those 3 electrons. So I come up to my roadmap, diagonal rule, which is it's right here. And I'm following it, but I've already put them in order right here. I'm going to fill up 3 electrons. So I'm going to put, on the 1s, I'm going to put 1 up, 1 down. Then I'm going to go to the next, since it's full, I got to go to the next energy level, and I'm going to put 1 going up. So as I write my electron configuration, I'm going to write 1s2 electrons, go down to my 2s, and there's only one electron there. So it's 1s2, 2s1. This is becoming pretty simple, isn't it? Now, we're going to go up a couple more, and then I'll skip to a really big one. All right. Right after lithium is beryllium, Be. Beryllium is number 4, 4 protons, therefore 4 electrons. I've got to place those 4 electrons. So I come to my 1s, and I put 1 up, 1 down. Then I go to my 2s and put 1 up for the 3rd electron, and then I put 1 down for the 4th electron. And I fill in those correctly. So my electron configuration, I come right over here and look at 1s, 2, 2s, 2. Very simple. Not hard at all. All right. Now, as you notice, these are filled. So any other one higher than number 4, I've got to go to the next Angel level, which is going to be 2p on my diagonal rule. 1s2, 2s2, 2p6.